The figure I'm drawing on my screen right now is the key to creating an income online. And in the next 90 seconds, I'm going to prove it to you. Now, my name is Cole Gordon, and I became a millionaire in the most boring way possible. I don't know anything about the stock market. I didn't pick the next crypto coin, and I certainly don't know how to code. So you can count me out in terms of being the next big tech entrepreneur out there. But what I did do is I dropped all the new fancy trends, I dropped all the fads, and I went back to timeless, fundamental principles of making money that have been around for thousands of years and are still creating millionaires today. And once I did that, particularly through the framework you're gonna learn in this video, I know it's just a triangle now, but it's a work in progress, stay with me. Once I did that, I was able to go from a broke bartender making $1,500 a month, not liking what I did, not being fulfilled, all the way to now having 2 8-figure companies, 50 plus employees, and being a multi-millionaire. So this figure and this framework I'm gonna show you in this video is gonna show you how. And if you're doing things like Amazon or e-commerce or drop shipping or affiliate marketing or agency or coach consultant, whatever, none of that will work. No matter what business you're trying to start, none of that will work unless you have this right. On the flip side, all of those things can work if you have this right. It all comes down to the fundamental principles that you're gonna learn in this video. And furthermore, if you look at the top entrepreneurs in the world, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, all guys like that, they have this nailed. Even furthermore, legendary entrepreneurs like John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, they have this down. So this is the most important thing you wanna learn. If you want to be successful, let's get into it. So there's 3 parts to this framework, okay? The first 2 you may be familiar with, but they're very important. Let's get into it. The first one is paradigm, okay? Paradigm. So paradigm is kind of like your mindset. So Warren Buffett says, for instance, the most valuable asset that you have as a person is not the businesses you own, it's not the amount of money in your bank account, it's not the stocks you have or any of that stuff. The most valuable asset that you have is up here. It's in your mindset. And it's the knowledge and experience and the judgment that you've gained along the way. And he says that if you took everything away from me, but you allowed me to keep what's up in here, that he'd be able to build it all back and not get to political. But if you look at the former president, he was a multi-millionaire, billionaire, lost all of his money, went bankrupt, and was able to build all of the wealth back and then some. Why? Because of what's up here. It's because of the mindset. Okay? This is why if you look at Think and Grow Rich, which is a book, amazing book on building wealth, the book is Think and Grow Rich, right? Think of paradigm as the perspective you're taking on the world. The biggest difference between successful people and people who don't have success is the shift in perspective. The second one is rituals. So Tony Robbins, for instance, a lot of people think he's a motivational speaker, but he's more of a strategist. And also he's very successful. I think he's worth several $100 million a year. So one of the things he says as a principle of success is if he wants to know if you're successful, he's gonna look at your standards, your life standards, the standards you hold yourself to. If he wants to know your standards, he's going to look at your rituals. Now, what are rituals? Think of rituals like your daily habits, okay? So if you ever wondered why Elon Musk, for instance, has built so many different companies, achieved all of these things, he's shooting rockets out to Mars, all of that stuff, and maybe you are, making 5K a month, can barely get ahead on your bills. Okay, well, you both have the same amount of hours in the day. It's how you utilize the time in the day, right? So, time effectiveness is rooted in your rituals. Then the third key, and the most important key, is specialized knowledge. Okay? So in chapter 5 of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, he dedicates the entire chapter to specialized knowledge. So, specialized knowledge, and this is something that's also defined by Naval Ravikant, who founded AngelList. Specialized knowledge is knowledge that you can only gain through the experience of doing, okay? You can't gain it through reading a book. You can't gain it through, studying material. You can only gain it through the experience of actually being out there doing the thing, okay? And because you can only gain it through the experience of doing the thing, that's why it's valuable. So to really drive home the importance of this, we have to answer this question. We have to answer, how do businesses make money? Okay? So here's my kindergarten drawing of the answer to that question here. Businesses provide value. Okay? That's because when they provide value, people exchange money for value. So how do you provide value? Well, you solve a problem through providing a solution. Okay? Elon Musk, for instance, says you get paid in the proportion of the problems that you solve. The greater the problem, the greater the value you provide, the more money you're going to make in exchange. Does that make sense? Cool? So here's what's key. Specialized knowledge is required to solve expensive problems. That's why it's an expensive problem to begin with. Okay, this is the exact reason why Robert Kiyosaki says, inside every problem lies an opportunity. Okay, so to recap here, business is about solving problems. Okay, that's because when you solve a problem, it creates value and money is exchanged for value. And expensive problems, the ones that you get well paid to solve, can only be solved through specialized knowledge. I abbreviated that SK right here. So if we know that to be true, then the real question is, of course, how do we obtain specialized knowledge? Because if we can do that, likely you have a good mind. If you're watching this video at this point, you have a good mindset, right? You probably have good daily habits, you have good rituals. The real question is, how do you obtain the specialized knowledge? Well, I want to invite you to a 19-minute case study of my story of really taking me back to the time I was a broke bartender. I was making $1,500 a month. I had no specialized knowledge. I had no skills. My college degree didn't do anything for me. I was working nights. I hated what I was doing. And I found one old forgotten about skill that's recession proof. It's been around for thousands of years. I was able to leverage in a new thriving $3.2 billion industry to be able to not just make my first 10K a month online in 30 days, but I've taken that skill and scaled it to 30 to 40 grand a month in about a year. And now all the way to where I'm a multi-millionaire. We're doing millions a month as a company. I want to show you that skill I learned and really take you back and explain my entire journey in 19 minutes. In addition, I'm going to show you how 117 of my students that you're seeing on the screen right now have also learned this skill to make their first 10K a month online. Does that mean you're going to make your first 10K a month online? I don't know. Most people watch this video aren't going to click, aren't going to take action. None of that stuff. But if you do, you have the opportunity to learn about people who did take action and did get that result. That's also going to be shared. You're going to learn how people like Pedram have made $50,000 a month. Mitchell's made over 25. David's made over 25. Jake's made 20 in a month, and a lot more. That's just the beginning, guys. We've helped hundreds of people do this. This video is not going to be some long, hypey marketing story where I'm like, telling you this long drawn out story, rags to riches, then I pitch you. I have nothing to sell in the video. If you're wondering why I'm doing it, I'm just gonna lay everything out there, tell you exactly how I did it, knowing that by providing value, some people will want an extra layer of help. And you can reach out, book a call with my team, we can talk about mentorship, something like that. But regardless, if you take that action or not, you're gonna have everything you need to learn about this skill, know what this skill is, and be able to use it to achieve your goals, whatever those might be. So click the link below. If you're interested, you'll learn what the skill is in the first 90 seconds. So if that sounds interesting, click the link below right now, and we'll see you on the other side.